Well, laser therapy, the research originally was done in Singapore. We have two of the greatest principles, I believe, at work. The ancient one of acupuncture, which is over 4,000 years old, of documented medical science, and a modern form of laser. Scientists were looking for a way to stimulate acupuncture points for longer periods of time. Traditional needle acupuncture was the right modality, for instance, to deal with addictions, but the stimulation times were too short. Like the University of Singapore did the original research and showed a 95% success rate in suppressing physical withdrawal, for instance, in smokers, by using low-power laser to stimulate the body's own endorphins, and that's what satisfies the physical dependency. See, what I like about this therapy is it's a natural-based therapy. I mean, it's a drugless therapy. It's very difficult to overcome a drug by using another drug because the brain will simply transfer the addiction to the next drug. Now, you can transfer the addiction that way, but you can't neutralize it that way. Low-power laser is on the forefront of drug therapies. We use it for cocaine addiction, heroin addiction, tobacco addiction very successfully. We have people come as far as San Francisco to our clinic in Windsor. So that says to me, we must be doing something right, or we must be on the right track. Smoking being one of our favorites to work with because it's the most complex and most complicated of all of them. And we're lucky to have a very, very high success rate.
Do a lot of the smokers that come in, have they tried everything from hypnosis to the patch to
gum, you name it?
And that doesn't seem to work?
Well, if it worked, they wouldn't be visiting the clinic. See, the problem is, unless a treatment program covers all the bases, your results are going to be minimal. First, we use the laser to suppress physical withdrawal because it gets the highest degree of results with no negative side effects to worry about and no second dependency created. To me, that's an ideal modality, okay? Secondly, we deal with the psychological dependency because that's about staying quit. And then we talk about detox as well, so we cover all the issues. See, the problem with stop smoking programs, for instance, to pick on a particular drug, they've either been dealing with the psychological part, and hypnosis is one of the areas they work with on that, or they're dealing with the physical part and trying to use patch, gum, nicotine products to overcome the addiction of nicotine, and leaving the behavior modification out. So they're covering one issue, and we cover all three, and I blame that for giving us the high success rate that we're really enjoying at the clinic.
Are people wanting to quit smoking probably the majority of your clients?
About 50-50. We have a lot of people come in for smoking. A lot of people come in for combination programs. A lot of smokers come in concerned about gaining weight, so they'll take advantage of our weight protocol laser program and have that added onto their smoking program. See, with nicotine addiction, how it works, when you ingest nicotine, it goes to the core center of the brain in 6 seconds. That's twice as fast as mainlining heroin. That makes nicotine the most addictive drug in the world. That's why it's such a problem in society. What looks very innocent is actually a very powerful legal drug that's very readily available, and the brain gets addicted to it real quick. Now, once the brain gets addicted, we're in trouble, okay? Because your mind sooner or later comes along and says, look, I'm not going to do this. This is crazy. It's going to end up killing me. I can't breathe. It stinks. I'm not going to do it. That's what your sensible, reasonable mind says.
But then the body's telling you different.
Hey, the brain says, I like it. Get it for me. And whenever the brain and mind are in argument, let me tell you, the brain will win every single time. See, the brain's been running the body long before we even knew we had a mind. It thrives on pleasure. It demands it. The mind's job is to get it. The mind says no, but the brain says yes. Now, the mind creates an addictive personality in order to justify the addiction because it can't control it. Now we're in double trouble because the mind creates an addictive personality we call Igor at the clinic. That's our favorite pet name for the psychological dependency. Igor's job is to make excuses, procrastinate, blame, whatever it takes to keep the addiction going. So between the physical addiction and the psychological dependency it's created, you find yourself trapped, a slave to something you know is not healthy, yet you keep using it.